and I'm excited. Today is day 2 of the From Startup to Profit Challenge. So very, very excited to connect with you today and see you here. So as you pop in, please feel free to say hello and let me know that you're here because I do love to connect with you, maybe share where you're watching from. So anyway, today is day 2 of From Startup to Profit, and today we're going to talk about, now that you have decided, okay, now that you have made your decision that this is what you're going to do, you're going to commit to this program, this training of 90 days to go from startup to profit in your business. Today, we're going to talk about being intentional, okay, and what that means. So we're doing some preparation work in these first couple of weeks, and I don't want you to freak out because we're not just diving straight into business. Hey there, happy Tuesday. And because we have to get our mind right, don't you think? If we're going to do something different, if we're going to step into a future that looks different than the past, then we need to be ready for that. And that means that we got to prepare what's between our ears for the change that is coming, because when we do something that's different, our brain is designed to protect us. It's all about ego. And so when we do something that's different and our brain says, hey, that is different and I don't really like it, it's not as comfortable as we used to be, your brain will flood you with excuses. Okay. So we have to grow a little bit. We have to expand. Remember, Mrs. Doubtfire, expand your cranium. And so that we can step into the future that looks different than our past. Are you with me? So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk a little bit about living with intention. And I'm going to share with you another video that I'll post in a link that you can also catch, because that's going to be a more in-depth training on how to live with intention. So I'll definitely want you to tune into that. So how do you feel today as you've decided that you are going to take hold of the next 90 days and change your life? How do you feel today? Just share a comment about that. I'd love to hear how you're feeling today. So, and as you think about that, how you're feeling today, there may be a rush of emotions, right? There may be a lot of emotions coming through to you that are saying, hey, I'm afraid. I don't really know if this is what I want, or if this is what I can do, right? Trouble come. My dog is seeing something in the patio window. One of our critters is out. So anyway, oh, good. Somebody's feeling excited. Somebody else says, oh, I need this. Awesome. Awesome. This is so great. So wonderful. So we know we need it. We want to do it. And so now we got to get started, right? And now we got to be intentional, because you decided you're all in yesterday, and now you're excited. And so now we need to be intentional. And what does that mean to be intentional? I'm going to ask you a couple of questions here, and that's going to help you decide and define what, what you hold dear in your life and why this is so important for you to do. Oh, listen, look at this answer: nervous, scared, anxious, right? It's something new. And remember, that's that part of your brain that's going to feed all that in there, because you are attempting to do something different and step out of your comfort zone. So you have to recognize that sometimes we have to just don't listen to your brain, and recognize that your brain will tell you lies to keep you trapped where you are, because we have been conditioned over years and years to live in this safe space. Okay. So now we're going to step out of that and see something new and something different. So that's going to be really cool and really awesome. So living with intention, this starts with knowing what you value most. So if you got your notebook out, I want you to write down that question: what do I value most? And then as you think about getting started with your business and deciding to be all into this program for the next 90 days, right? What is it that makes you want this? What is it that makes you want this? Why do you want it? And think about that in relation to what you value most. Forgive me just a second here. I have to call them back. All right. Sorry about that. So think about what it is you value most. Think about why it is that you want this business. What are you hoping to obtain or move toward as you go to this? Is it a life of freedom and time freedom and financial security? And if it is, why do you want that? What is that going to empower you to do? If we all won the lottery today and had these millions and billions of dollars, would that be enough, right? Would the money itself be enough? And the answer to that, painfully, is probably not, okay? And somebody just typed in freedom. I want freedom. And I've been there. I want freedom, and I'm still working toward my own freedom. I've not attained it yet. You're just on this journey with me, which is really pretty cool. So, so those two questions are what I want you to reflect on today. What do you value most, and why do you want this? Why do you feel compelled to let go of the side of the pool and go into this strange place where maybe you've tried to go before and you haven't been successful? Okay, or maybe you've thought about going, but your own brain has said, "Who do you think you are to do something like that?" Right? That good old imposter syndrome. Or maybe it's those people in your immediate circle, those 5 people who are closest to you who say, when you say, "I'm going to do this thing," and they just say, "Girl, what are you even thinking?" Right? What are you even thinking? Why do you think you can do that? You're going to waste all your money. You're going to waste all your time, right? But we have, those of us who are here, have this still small voice, right? And that still small voice says, keep trying. Do it one more time, right? Do it one more time. And so I'm seeing in these beautiful comments, yeah, I want freedom, time, and financial. Be able to serve others without the restraints of time and money. Good morning from San Antonio, my old stomping grounds. Love, love, love it. So I love these comments. And this is going to be really important for you to know, because as you have decided, you've got to understand your intention. Okay. And if your intention is to gain financial freedom, financial security, time freedom because of what you value most, okay? And what do you value most? For me, it's my marriage. Okay. All of my children have flown the coop, all 5, and they come home to visit sometime, and that is totally awesome. But every day it's me and my husband. And I value that. I value our homestead life out here in the country, and the lifestyle that we have. So these are things that I value and that I'm willing to fight for. So think about, as you think of the things that you value, what are you willing to fight for? What brings out that fire in you that this is something you would just never ever let go? Okay. What are the things that you would just rush out in front to save someone from? That is going to be the kind of thing that you can be intentional about all these days. So living with intention, just so you know, it doesn't mean that life is always going to be perfect. It doesn't mean that obstacles aren't going to happen. It doesn't mean that you're not going to have flat tires, car trouble, all these things, kind of a little bit of what I posted yesterday. It doesn't mean that we don't encounter adversity. It means that we have in our mind a very clear and focused goal and way that we live our lives. And so we don't get blown by the wind. Do you see what I mean? We don't get blown by the wind because we have an intention. We have a clear intention. And I consider the intention like a sail on a sailboat, right? That's what guides you through. You need that sail on your sailboat. So consider your intention. It is the sail. It sets the course that you are going to follow for the next 90 days. So here's your task for today. That is just to write down, answer these 2 questions. What is it that you value most in your life? What is it that you value most? And why do you want this? Why is it that you feel so compelled to start your business and go from startup to profit in 90 days? Why is it that you are invested in this? And I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to make a full post about this here in just a little bit. And I will add the link to watch the other video on living with intention so that you can have that. But I want you to watch that today and just answer these 2 questions. And I will connect with you again tomorrow as we continue. Thanks so much. God bless your day. Bye.